A title: Trauma-Aware Responses. Amy E. Judy, Senior Program Associate, Center on Victimization and Safety, Vera Institute of Justice.
Generally, the way trauma is thought about is trauma is really the response. They're not the incidents. They're the response to experiencing what are life-threatening events throughout your life. So, for example, one form of a traumatic experience can be a car accident. Another form, in the context of the work that we all do with victims and survivors of violence, has to do with interpersonal violence, whether it's sexual abuse, domestic violence, caregiver abuse. So the trauma is the response that an individual takes on as a result of going through the kinds of experiences that really change their view of the world. And so when we talk about trauma, what we're talking about is it's a very natural reaction. When you have experienced incidents, especially with those that you trust and often with those that you love, that threaten your safety, that threaten your dignity, and often and unfortunately threaten your survival and your life. Natural responses to that and what trauma is, people often react in ways where when you're in the midst of that traumatic experience, the fight, flight, or freeze, right, which is pretty common for those of us who work in the anti-violence movement, we understand that. But what does that mean? What it really means when you're working with an elder abuse victim or an older victim who has experienced traumatic incidences over their lifespan, that accumulates. And that accumulation basically means that if I'm 67 and I've had multiple and perhaps ongoing experiences of domestic violence, then that fight, flight, or freeze response that I have at the time that I'm in danger, that can become, for some individuals, a way of navigating their every move, their every daily existence. So what that means is some folks, especially older individuals who have experienced traumatic experiences over their lifetime, they respond to everything as if they're in danger. So going to the grocery store, answering the telephone, coming to meet with you as an advocate in a domestic violence or elder abuse program. The world is dangerous. Everyone around me is dangerous. This environment in your organization, even though I'm coming for help, that's dangerous too. That heightened sense of I am not safe pervades everything that surrounds that person.
Logos appear. NCALL, www.ncall.us. Terra Nova Films, terranova.org. Funded by the U.S. Department of Justice, Office on Violence Against Women and Elder Justice Initiative. www.justice.gov/elderjustice. A disclaimer. This project was supported by grant number 2014 AXTA K050, awarded by the Office on Violence Against Women and by the Elder Justice Initiative, U.S. Department of Justice. The opinions, findings, conclusions, and recommendations expressed in this program are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Department of Justice, Office on Violence Against Women, or the Elder Justice Initiative.